Hello and welcome.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello. I already said that.
Hello.
Hello.
To Wulfcast Season 2, Episode 3, Turns. I knew that was about to happen. I am Joel, joined as always by
Roxanne.
And I'm Dan.
and these are the proprietors of Wulfpack Games here in Griffin, Georgia. We're here with our formerly weekly, now as regularly as we can make it, which will be coming back later to in the podcast for our discussion about what's going on around our community, what's coming on, what are we playing, what we've seen people playing around. So, without too much more further ado, we have a hello from Demon Eyes on Twitch. Hello.
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 Excuse me. And so, let's go on into what have we been up to for the past week? Well, the past 2 weeks, because it's been 2 weeks since we did our last podcast. What have we been filling our time with?
I feel like I played a game somewhere in there. I cannot remember what. I have been so busy learning the ropes. My brain's going 5 million miles an hour of things I must do. As we prepare for Daniel to leave to go work normal job. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I casted the pawn figure for the chess set, so people can stop being concerned about that. It is painted. I think I am about to seal it as soon as this podcast is done, and we will have the pawn, and hopefully you will not be able to tell at first glance which one it is.
It's looking like a pretty good match so far.
Yeah, she did great.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, that came together fast after what I saw last night, too.
Right?
I was like, let's get this done finally. And then it'll be on to stools and that more on the back room. The back room has been being worked on, and Fenris was taken apart several weeks ago now, but Fenris's head has now been mounted for all to see as they come into the shop.
Fenris is a hunting trophy now.
Yes. Today, his pelt will be put upon the wall with the pith helmet. This can only happen in a place like this.
I know. I was walking around last night between games and stuff, and just like just random werewolf parts all over the place. Okay.
Yes, I do think that his hands will turn into a shelf at some point. The feet are excellent bookends. If you're going to use the parts, use as many as you can of the animal.
The whole buffalo.
Yes. Now, the torso went in the trash, but I don't know what you're going to do with, like,
A
dire wolf size
Blow mold of
mold.
dire wolf torso.
Yeah, very interesting.
We tried.
Yeah. But he is, the head is being wired to have a push button for our new members to come on to join us in our howling. I think that's really all I got. Like, right now, yeah, for what I've been doing.
So I have a question about the membership button with that.
Yes.
So, for the folks that have already gotten their membership and they don't get to press to celebrate your closing or like signing your membership button, do they get to get a victory lap?
They did get the whole howling. From
They did get to howl. That's right. I forgot about
and
that.
the current members.
I forgot about that.
However, just
bad.
to appease people, I think it's okay to give them one push at the button.
I'll never hear the end of it now.
That's not
That is now a
true.
permanent lock-in thing.
That's not
Just
true.
wait till Brad Brooks gets to find out that he could push the button at least once. He'll try to find a
just
way to
once.
push the button 15 times.
No, just he only gets the one time when you
yeah.
come on as a member. So
Just
I'm-
wait. Just
and
wait.
There's not an infinite amount of members yet. We're working on
Can I
that.
push it every time I renew my subscription?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's
What about a special?
Dan's
Yeah.
talking about you, Brad. Out there in the ether. His ears are probably burning right now.
We have a comment on YouTube. The howl is the top perk. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can make this happen.
Yeah, we can't
mind.
dilute the howl down with constant howl.
No.
Because it is a special thing.
You know, and I think it'll be on. Have you done it? Ask, because I'm not going to remember. So I'm going to go on your honesties. and then you can push the button. Say, I haven't gotten to push the button when I became a member of Roxanne. He won't be around to complain about, so it's okay. And then it's not infinite because we don't have infinite members, so. Yeah, part of it is Claire has joined our team.
Mm-hmm.
And Claire's doing an excellent job. And she doesn't want to come on and be videoed because she's shy. But she's doing a really good job learning so many of the ins and outs here. But one of her things she will not do is do the how. I mean, you're in the Wulfpack now. So this definitely helps get through the inclusion of new members without her having to denigrate herself.
Fair.
Probably something in there. Yes, I agree.
All right. So it's been 2 weeks, and I'm the next one up
You
on
are.
the What Have We Done. So over the past couple weeks, I've been working a lot on Kings of War stuff, because I had between 1,000 and 1,500 points of 2 different armies built up for demos and painted up for demos. And then got the salamanders and started having those, started printing those up before, like while we were doing our last episode. Now I've been getting them painted up, and I'm kind of happy with how they're turning out. But I still have so much to do. I've probably got like 300 points painted and ready to go. That's a lie. I've got like 450 points, but 3 of them are commanders.
We got some of it up in the front case.
Yes, we do have some of it up in the front case. And I will make a shameless plug. In the front case by the cash register is a standing demo army for Kings of War with the Basilians. So if anybody ends up getting interested, I have a little flyer that I'm going to put up with it today before I leave. But for anybody that's interested, I have parked a demo army in the case here. So half a board is always going to be here. Kings of War is also legitimately a minis agnostic game. So if you have Warhammer Old World stuff, if you have Age of Sigmar stuff, it's usable. It just needs a movement base, which we can get those trays taken care of for you. If you want to talk to me, I can get you hooked up. But otherwise, if you just want to check it out, get a demo, tag me in the Discord, and we'll set up a day. Or if you're just interested in learning at it, or if you have a big pile of gray that you need to get paint on, and you want to see about getting somebody else to do some of that painting, check out those examples. Unfortunately, there are a couple of unfinished ones in there, but the majority of it is finished. But otherwise, that's about the most of it. I know that, let's see, I've gotten 4 games in of Kings of War, and I'm enjoying it. I'm also about to be pivoting and getting everything together for Warzone Atlanta for Halo Flashpoint, because I'm going to be organizing Halo Flashpoint on that, and registration. I'm going to go ahead and cover this because I'm going to be making a Reddit announcement about it this weekend, because tickets are live for Warzone Atlanta now. And I know for all of the events, registration is going to be $20 per person, and it is the event is inside of MomoCon, so participants do have to have a MomoCon badge for that. However, that $20 registration fee is primarily so that we can get a count on who all is going to be attending, because especially in a con setting, we can't plan blind. But that $20 registration fee, 10 of it is going to be returned, refunded on check-in to the attendees. The other $10 is going to go to the organizers.
That's like adopting a gamer.
Yeah.
Or a game. Just like at the animal control.
Yes.
Making sure that you pay some due to show you're serious about coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And I am doing what I can. I'm anticipating and hoping on making that a GT tournament for Halo Flashpoint in Atlanta, which would probably at this rate be the first GT tournament, because I don't know if anybody else is running Flashpoint tournaments in the state right now.
I don't think so. Last we looked.
I don't think so. I've talked to a few people that are getting ready to spin things up, but I think a couple of them are wanting to get the game a little bit more down pat and probably trying to attend some other events. So I'll have my next event information.
Yeah, they are
available as soon as
nothing
it's there.
unusual. You've been there since the beginning. You're old school.
Yeah, they do talk about it, don't they? But alas, you may be the only one. So
I mean, here, at least.
you're just.
I'm not the only one here because I've got Josh. If Josh sees this, Josh has been sticking with it. But we're stirring up more people to play. We've got people coming from the north side to play on events down here. So it's still a learning process. And still a lot of experience.
Running.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not many people, they want to run, they'll talk about it, but will they do it?
Yeah.
So you're doing it.
Yeah.
Or they fall apart like a house of cards on contact of trying to run it.
Yeah, seems
That's
to
the
happen
other
with
thing.
quite a few different types of games.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's
Cool. Yeah.
that's what I've been up to. Dan.
So I got sick and had my vocal cords attacked by some sort of gross something. So I've been kind of weirded out that my voice has changed a bit. Like it sometimes goes to normal and it doesn't last very long. So the more I talk, the more gravelly I get real fast.
Mm-hmm.
So that was actually a big thing. And, but what I got to do was last weekend, I got to on Saturday and then again on Sunday play Robinson Crusoe, a board game about surviving as a shipwrecked crew. It's a cooperative game that is punishing, absolutely punishing. It was really fun. I had a good time. Vince Nagel brought it, and we played the Saturday. We played with John Tavius and his cousin, who does not have a membership, so I don't remember his name now. And then Sunday, I
Jordan?
played with John Tavius and Vince again, and we lost super fast. Turn 3, we lost.
Dang.
And then Jordan and Jesus came in, and so I helped facilitate the board while Vince and John Tavius, Jordan, and Jesus played. And that was super convenient, I think. It was interesting. They won on that round. And
Does
so
it help to have more people playing that game? Like a bigger team of people trying to survive?
It comes with some negatives, so some things scale in the negative department. But like overall, I think 3 to 4 players is the ideal state in which to play. Like playing one player is really difficult.
No, I imagine.
But you can. It's a soloable game. I don't think Vince ever won by himself beforehand.
I mean, it seems like there's different jobs that people do, like a warrior or a gatherer, wood collector.
Mm-hmm.
So to have different people doing different jobs.
Yeah, so everybody does everything basically, but each character has like 4 special things they can do. But it takes a currency called determination in the game, and that is hyper rare. It makes it like it talks about how to use it everywhere so much that it feels like it shouldn't be as rare, but it is difficult to get and easy to spend. And all of those special powers do that. And so typically everybody also comes with a special piece of equipment they can build for the team to be able to use that then enhances the team's ability to process stuff. And that is what like mostly everybody brings to the table. When we did the winning thing, I don't think I think only the explorer used their special power to try to make things, and that was like late game and should have happened earlier kind of moment. But after that, I don't think anybody else used their special abilities the entire time because it just was not as efficient as just doing some of the raw work. So there's like 9 different scenarios, everything from castaways, where you're just trying to get picked back up, there's a scenario where it's King Kong. There's a King Kong scenario. It's called King Kong. There's another one where you're on an island of ritualistic cannibals, and you have to not just survive being shipwrecked, but survive the island of cannibals and defeat them.
That's cool.
There's a ton of different scenarios. There is a Swiss Family Robinson, or they just call it Family Robinson scenario to play through. Each of those changes the game a little bit. There's tokens when you pull up new tiles. When you discover new bits of the island, there's symbols, and on the castaway stuff, like there's a bunch of them that have no effect. But in these other ones, they have special effects. And in some of these tokens actually just have shapes, so that each scenario, it has a separate effect. There's always these 4 special tokens that don't say anything, that just have special art on them. Each scenario says this art means this art means that. So there's lots of like flexibility, and one scenario is not anything like another scenario.
Fair.
It was really enjoyable.
Don't get eaten by cannibals.
It's really difficult.
We have a comment from Demon Eyes in the chat. That looked real fun, talking about the Robinson Crusoe game. Watched how the game played a bit after the draft. So cool. So that's what we have been up to for the past couple weeks since our last episode. And we'll have a recap on the next episode again. Moving forward, what do we got going on right now? What's in the near future? What's this weekend? What's this week ahead?
So tonight is draft night.
Tonight is draft night.
We've gotten draft. So we hit what? I think we spent 3 weeks where between our transition in December, where we didn't do any drafts.
Now we're like,
and then it
packing
kicked
the house.
right back off again.
Kind of crazy.
With a totally new crew
Yeah.
that seems to be having a mostly new crew.
Yeah.
And they seem to be having an absolute great time just playing.
Yeah.
It's super refreshing. It's super awesome. I'm super happy to try to make sure that they have the stock dedicated for draft nights. And that takes a significant amount of effort.
Yeah.
So and cost. So when Wizards produces all their boxes of play boosters, they sell them all to the distributors. The distributors are then have to allocate them by how many they got versus how many that Wizards allows any particular people to have or stores to have. There's a whole super complicated game of logistics that's behind all that. And then they never print it again. So by the time that I buy Lorwyn Eclipse, they're already working on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
It's so close that these things run so close that there were some pre-release kits in the world that had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle promo cards in the pre-release kit, and they had to send something just before pre-release tournament started saying, this is how you handle that scenario. And here's a link that people can use to get the promos they were supposed to get out of Lorwyn Eclipse. So they are running such a tight schedule with their card printers and stuff that those mess ups can happen. So I guarantee you right now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is being cut and boxed.
Yeah.
Like, as we speak. So there is no more packs to be had. I have bought everything the store will ever have. Already, right? We have bought everything that the store will already have for Lorwyn Eclipsed.
Yeah.
So, dedicating enough packs for draft night every Friday is totally worth it if we fire all the time. Absolutely not worth it if we're not going to. So, I'm super happy to have a team that's having a great time drafting and having a lot of fun and getting some promos for doing it. Yeah. The system's working out really well for us. The feedback we're getting is it's working out great for those players and members, because not all those players are members. So we're thinking there's a great little synergy there. We're so happy how draft night is proceeding, and there's a draft scheduled for tonight.
Yeah,
On
we
Lorwyn
have
Eclipse.
collector boosters back in for Lorwyn as well, because they went.
I think we're half empty, aren't we?
And we are kind of half empty now, so we'll probably. There's a good chance we'll run out tonight, but I think we have a couple of enough play boosters to draft several times while we wait for
The next wave.
TMNT.
Yes.
And that group, I will say they are loving the art. The art for Lorwyn came off of the Muppets, which is so cool, and a lot of it you'll see.
Very Dark Crystal.
Yes, it's very
Yeah,
cute.
Jim Henson-y, right?
But
Yeah.
also it's got this, the darkness too. That
Yeah.
Magic's really good at bringing to normal decks anyway.
Yeah, because I
Cards.
remember the first Lorwyn was the last set that I played when I was playing Magic, and the first Lorwyn was pretty good. I enjoyed the first Lorwyn quite a bit. But yeah.
Maybe that's where Eclipse comes in. That
Mhm.
darkness. Yeah, but they love the game. They like the game more than I would say the collecting.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
not in it for that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's been refreshing. It's nice.
And we got comments
Different.
in chat. Draft has been super duper fun. Having a good draft night is always great. Comment to the set rotations as the set dies out before the next set even comes out. More or less. And the art is great. These are all from Demonize 99.
All right.
Who is demonized? Can you just say who you
I
are?
have a
right quick?
feeling that it's Colby with a K.
Oh yes.
I
would
was
make sense.
suspicious if it was Colby with a K, but I thought he had a different.
That's true.
I thought he
I'm
had a
not sure.
profile picture and a different name, but I may
I'm
be
not sure.
wrong.
Because did we not say who is this last time? And
Oh, it is
it
Colby with a K. Sorry, Colby.
And then I'm trying to think who's got a K last name, but it's not.
It'll take me like 2 more episodes, and then I'll finally associate your username with your name.
This coffee brought
So-
to you by Gigi's Gelato and Grind.
Thank
Across
you,
the
Gigi.
Thank you,
street.
Gigi.
We need it because wow, things like that.
So,
And then I'm putting together a little bit of a third ed 40K Saturday game. Since this will be kind of like my last Saturday before I hit the streets. Trying to earn some money for my family. Right?
It's gotten that bad, people. Yes.
you make it sound like you're going to be a door-to-door door salesman.
Hello, I noticed you have a door.
Would you like a new one?
Would you like an upgraded door?
Oh,
So yes, I'm trying to put together a little it's not so much a going away party, but
Yeah, you're gonna probably be here on weekends, just hanging out, doing nothing.
Then I'll have to stare you into a game of Kings of War.
right? So I'm trying to put that together as a kind of big hurrah. I think I've got Jacob Gust and Brandon Dowd locked in. Not a lot of other people seem super interested at the moment for doing this Saturday, but I haven't really talked to a lot of people about it either.
Yeah, I think you came up with this like last night, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
night before
Fair.
last, something like that.
And I know the weather is the weather currently is making a lot of
Yes.
stuff up in the air.
So
Yes.
that will be, we'll
talk
announce
about that.
as
Yes.
we are treated to this storm coming in. From what I can tell right now, we should be open Saturday. We may need to close early because it will start raining in the evening and it will be freezing. And despite the fact that whether the electricity is on or off, we care about you guys. And we live very close, but even if you live just one street away, it could happen. We don't want you guys getting hurt on ice. So
Yeah.
if it's bad, we're going to close shop because we know that some people just won't stay home even if they should because they
Yeah.
want to go to the game shop so bad.
There's things. So we've been open during bad weather.
Yeah.
A good bit, and we've been a haven for people
That's
who
true.
have had their power knocked out.
Yeah.
And it's a line that we try to figure out where it's the best thing for the community and as a whole. And so we have been closed for inclement weather that has just gotten too much.
Yeah.
But there has been times where people have come here to stay warm
Yep.
because their power's been knocked out, and it's safe enough that we feel like most people can. No matter what happens with us being open during this potential really super cell that might get on top of us. Always exude extreme caution
Yeah.
with getting here, even on days where it's not super cell.
Mm-hmm.
You're adults.
Yep.
You know, you've gotten this far in life for reasons. Also, if you need something, you're stuck, you message us. We're available to try to help you figure out resources. We do have a lot of connections in the community to get you the help that you may need. There's all sorts of things can happen with a storm like this, trees down or whatever.
We are relatively very successful in getting people to connect with who they need to. Every now and then, there's nothing we can do, but it is really a rarer event that we can't find somebody to help you or connect you with something than it is the alternative. So
I think the biggest issue that we're going to see with this is probably power outages. And the farther away you are from city center, the longer it will probably take. And also with tree removal, because trees will come down. Trees are compromised in this area thanks to not just the tornadoes, but droughts that we've had and all sorts of things. So that's hard for crews to move.
Yep.
But we care about you guys.
So be careful.
Yeah, not worth dying over here.
Currently, we're just going to plan to be open.
Yep.
But we'll stay on our social medias and like Discord and our Facebook to let people know if we will be shut down and when we will be shutting down. So if you were like, I wonder if they're going to be open, just
check the Facebook,
check it out.
Check the Discord.
It'll be there. If you're watching this, you know how to check what you need to check.
Yep. Because right now the current forecast looking like we'll be having rain over the next couple of days, and the real stuff is going to come in Saturday to Sunday overnight with the freezing temperatures hitting. But it's looking like the high for Sunday, according to the Weather Channel, is up to 50. It was like 42 yesterday when I looked, but still the low for Sunday is 22.
And that doesn't warm up in like covered shaded areas.
Yeah,
too,
it doesn't.
so.
Expect that if 50 is the high, expect that we'll probably see 46 around 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
The hard lines
If
are
we're
never
lucky.
hard in weather.
Yeah.
No, it's all fudgy, right?
It is.
So currently we sit in the watch zone that is currently declared by NOAA.
Yep.
We sit in this narrow bridge between two large affected areas, and we sit dead center in that bridge between these two areas. So McDonough is north of the watch area now by NOAA, but like Pike County is south of it.
Oh.
Right, so the northern part of Spalding, so Hampton is outside of the NOAA watch area currently, but this is all subject to change. So because it's so fudgy, it might not happen at all for us. We may not see any ice.
Yeah, just pay attention to. We'll post. We'll let you guys know through the socials. Next weekend supposedly is supposed to be the same situation, from what I'm understanding, and possibly worse. But it's always worse. It could be a beach day for that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll come to that when it starts blowing.
I find in Georgia that the first big scare doesn't affect as many people. It does always go off in some capacity, but it doesn't generally affect as many people as get worried about it. And then the next one comes right along behind it, and all those people go, well, everybody made a big fuss last time. Let's not make a big fuss. And the second one always is the first one's like a feint, and the second one's like will clean your clock. And that second one always catches people off guard. It's Mother Nature's knows how to box.
Yep.
So I'm expecting this one to be a little bit temperate, more than so. So just be safe, be cognizant. Make sure you have enough of the stuff you're gonna need, but I wouldn't overdose and panic and go into your like.
Don't buy all
bug
the
outs.
bread and milk and eggs.
It's not going to do you any good.
Yeah, unless you just want to have, French toast for the next couple of weeks.
So here's the other thing: like, if your power goes out, and it's because of all this freezing rain and freezing temperatures, supercell stuff, get stuff now to help you just put your fridge stuff that you need in a box and outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and safe from the animals because
There's still animals around.
Animals caught in this are definitely going to be willing to break into your food that you leave on your back porch.
Or something to put
Yeah.
inside.
But yeah, just get. I mean, at that point in time, it's more about you staying warm. Make sure you got lots of blankets all up.
Yep.
If you have a couple of space heaters that can work off of fuel, those will be nice.
Preparation's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
But like,
If you've got a gas stove and you go out of power, put a pot of boiling water on.
oh man, that's the best.
Some people don't know that you can actually light the gas with fire on your stove to use it.
Without having the electric.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Another thing is we've already known people that have been affected or known people that have been affected by fire this season.
Yeah.
And that was without a supercell sitting on there with people trying to jerry rig up a bunch of like warm patches and stuff. So again, if this happens, just stay calm, be vigilant, and plan for the worst and hope for the best. And you'll make everything will end up being okay. But so that's just in general, right?
Yeah.
And yes.
no, go ahead.
So we are expecting to be open at this stage. And just stay tuned to all of our channels to learn if we are not.
Colby says, this is why Fam and I are going to stay into the weather. Nihimiroth, I don't know who that is. They're over on Twitch. Really appreciate how serious you guys are taking this. The place I work has been really passive aggressively trying to discourage us from calling out Saturday and Sunday. Jacob says, hey, Wulfpack, love you guys. Cheers. And then Nihimiroth, I think I'm suspicious of who Nihimiroth might be. It's always the forecasted danger never is as bad. Then we get hit in the face with no warning by 2 inches of snow.
We'll be on it. We know, like, if the city starts shutting things down, and even though it's the weekend, there's certain things that happen, and that's a good indicator of, what safety levels we need to be at.
Yeah. Again, all the government agencies remember the last time they get hit, which is generally the second time, that clock clicking, right? Mm-hmm. And they shut down a little early, prematurely, to be safer than sorrier. Sometimes very early.
Yeah.
Which then sends a lot of the public into a panic.
And either a panic or a ridicule after the fact.
Yeah, and then they don't shut down for the second one and get busted, and then they'll remember that next year when it happens again.
Well, today is good. We'll be open. We're gonna stay up until close. I can just see it now, but like tomorrow in the evening, we might need to close early. And I have a feeling we'll be open tomorrow. Sunday, who knows? We'll let you know.
Yeah. Colby mentions the Waffle House Index, and the Waffle House Index is out to get me right now.
Shame.
Their marketing team does not like me printing that Waffle House.
You're on the list.
Nice.
They've got to have my shop bookmarked at this rate.
I imagine.
Nice.
Like, she has my shop bookmarked because I have the name. I have the name of the marketing person that submitted the complaint.
Sometimes you just need to reach out, Joel. And
I
have a
am
discussion.
debating it. I am strongly debating it.
Wouldn't it be cool if you got an actual Waffle House contract to
Ooh, a
be?
license.
It would be. It would be. But Waffle House does not abide satire.
But they like to sell merchandise.
They like to sell merchandise,
And
and
if
they
they had
don't
a mini
have
Waffle
anything
House,
to compete with this.
I mean, you could be the progenitor of Waffle House minis.
Yeah.
Well,
For
let's
Waffle House.
talk about that off camera.
Yeah, that's for another
sorry.
time.
Sorry.
Other stuff for
Tangents.
what's going on right now. Keeping the weather in mind. I know I'm probably going to try to go hit a swap meet tomorrow. But with the weather in mind, I'm going to be on my way back home by 4 if I do go, if it happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm still trying to. I have a boatload of World of Darkness books and other old White Wolf books that I'm trying to find new homes for.
Hey, Wulfpack community who's watching this channel. Have you ever been interested in a role-playing game called Vampire the Masquerade? Produced by White Wolf in the 90s. There's a current edition produced by Renegade currently.
Renegade
However,
has rights now.
we do have a community member that has a library nearly as much as the B.S. Schneider Library of Board Games at Wulfpack Games worth of White Wolf World of Darkness. That would include the Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Mage the Ascension. You'll notice a a naming theme that White Wolf had with their games, and more source books and all the material.
And all of those source books can be intermingled.
Yep, they all go together in one thing. If you are interested, those of you out there watching this, Joel is totally willing to sell, trade, barter, and stuff with it.
Yep.
So,
Which I will probably pull some out and bring some to donate into the book library. Because I can't believe I haven't done that yet.
I think you have 2 copies of Werewolf. Last I still looked, you had like 4 or something on the last swap meet.
I have like 1 or 2, but also it's like I have copies that I put away for myself, but I'm never gonna play them.
Right. So if you're interested, reach out to us and we'll connect you with Joel, or reach out to Joel directly. You can find him on the Discord.
Really easy. I'm Joel on there.
Joel B.
The only one.
I think you're not. I think there is another Joel. Someone was trying to find you and was like, is this Joel? No, Joel B.
Interesting.
Joel B.
I have to look.
Because his name is Joel
B-I-S-H-O-P, Bishop. Why did I go spell it? Because apparently, apparently we're in Sesame Street now. Colby says that sounds dope. Something to look into eventually. Yes. Do we have anything else for what's going on right now?
No, I've got one thing for the next section.
I paid the shipping for Endearment.
Oh, yay.
So that is about to come soon. I don't know when. They said December, but they've been shipping out very early on things for Duck Somnium. So, that's a thing. What else? No. Not got anything.
Okay.
I'm just working on shop stuff, working on the rooms. We are in the midst of getting the license, so we're about middle of the way of getting the license. And for those that know, you know. I don't think I need to expound on that any farther.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent.
Sorry, I'm just so informative today.
All right. So we've got the past, we got the present covered. What's coming up in our near future? What do we have coming up?
That I can do. So
Take the lead.
on the 8th is our Super Bowl party.
Super Blood Chili Bowl.
Yeah, we're gonna watch some Green
Doesn't it sound
Day and
yummy?
some Bad Bunny, and I
Super-
don't know what the football team is.
I don't know.
I don't
Teams.
think-
They have to be
I
decided.
know
at
about
this
the
point.
entertainment. That's what I know about.
I don't know. It might be this weekend. I'm about to look it up.
Okay.
It's the Super Blood Chili Bowl day.
It is.
Doesn't that sound yummy?
So you can watch the Super Bowl, and you can play some Blood Bowl. I think you guys are coming up with kind of a little bit of a schedule for how to play
Nope.
the Blood Bowl.
We've talked about if we
Put it on the
wanted a
table?
schedule, and it's just going to be free play day.
Very
So
good.
there is Peter will be putting up a list building suggestion for everybody for 3rd edition Blood Bowl. And if you don't have a copy of 3rd edition Blood Bowl or know how to build via what he's going to put up, he's supposed to be taking a screenshot of the page for the people that don't have it, that helps with blood. People will be here to help you with it, and it's just for funsies. We're not having a
Yeah.
tournament, we're not doing a league, we're just having like open play a bunch of Blood Bowl day, because it's the Super Blood Chili Bowl
Yeah.
day.
Yes.
And I think that we might actually have some video games in here for some football kind of video games. And the chili is going to be $8 a bowl. Beef's expensive. So that is not discountable for members. It is just the price of anything. So people that are coming in or whatnot, $8. And I'll have fixins for it and stuff. I hope to actually, I'm wondering if people that don't know how to play Blood Bowl might be able to learn a quick game.
Yes,
Surely
Blood
there
Bowl
will
is
be.
super easy to pick up.
I may try it because Gabe has been trying to push me into playing some gnomes. And so this might make me get a gnome team. Not like I don't have anything else to
They
do.
got
or
cute little
paint.
foxes on their team.
I know. I remember, and I pointed it out. I should not have said anything.
Man, if you painted a whole Blood Bowl gnome team, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
But
I think your paint style and those gnome sculpts would go really well together.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's cute. It's super cute. And I love a good gnome. I mean, I am a gnome type of person.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know?
I am kind of gnomian at that, by the way.
Da, 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 da,
Yeah. We have that. And
Colby
then
said that would be awesome.
second Saturday will be coming up.
Pig to paint.
And second Saturday is on Valentine's Day as well. I don't know what the city has planned for downtown.
They gave us the thing, but
Did they? I never saw this for this year. Well, something's going on downtown. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that there is a bar crawl going on downtown, and strangely, it doesn't seem to have much to do with like Valentine's stuff. If
Yeah.
I recall correctly, it's weird.
I don't remember.
And there's a weirdness. I don't
No,
really
the next
super pay
one's like-
attention.
I forget.
Yeah.
I think this one is romance date night themed for the bars.
I feel like it's not exactly romance date night though for Valentine's.
It's not the
weird.
it's not the traditional romance date night.
No,
but
it's
romance.
not.
It is romance date night for like singles. I think that's what they're all doing. It's like be single and get an STD or something like that. Like I don't remember. It's something like that. I remember being very
People
nonplussed
can party
about it.
without getting STDs, okay?
It's Valentine's Day.
Okay, so
I was about to make a joke. I'm not. I'm
because
holding it
of
back.
this, I have been talking with Mike and a couple of other people, and we're gonna probably have a small Valentine's Day party during our second Saturday with Hobbies on Hill. And so it may sound silly, but we're looking at bring Valentine's and we'll exchange Valentine's, and that means that you can have candies or something. But I'm talking about those ones that you get at the supermarket like you would in elementary school.
Yeah.
And we might make something to put Valentine's in, but I'm trying to figure out how to do this on a gaming twist. Also,
I got it.
yeah.
I just got it.
And so, like, we also may be talking about decorating cupcakes and or cookies. You know, just having a little fun with it. I wish that we could do a speed gaming dating thing. However, we just don't got that kind of representation. So, you know, we'll have fun in other ways with Valentine's if you're here at a game shop for Valentine's Day. I'll be here.
Look,
Claire will be here.
you're just gonna have to trust me, and you're gonna have to spread the word. Just do it. If you're gonna be here that Saturday, bring some of those cheesy elementary school Valentine stuff and prepare to distribute them to as many people as you can in the spirit of brotherhood and friendship more than like romantic love. But plan
Yes.
to do that, and
Yeah.
there's going to be some really cool stuff. If you've been watching for the last few moments, you just realized that I came up with a plan in real time that's going to be amazing.
I don't know.
It's
what
going to
it
be
is. I'm
no one knows
excited.
what it is except for me. So just plan to do it. You don't get to know why, because it's in the spirit of brotherhood and friendship and trust and all that other stuff. Do it. And if you like the stuff that's in here, you're going to have a great time.
So
Done.
I'm gonna mention some stuff in chat, but Colby mentions that would be funny AF. I'm all down for that with the sugar hearts and all. Right as I was thinking, this human concept of wub confuses and infuriates Lur.
I didn't know that Rose will be out for second Saturday this month. If I'm not mistaken, all month that they are busy vending at a different function for the whole month. So Rose might not be here for vending on cupcakes and things.
Okay.
Well, Colby's.
I know. It's okay.
Yeah.
Colby mentioned, I think it's Mardi Gras this second Saturday. For the next second Saturday, which makes sense because Ash Wednesday follows that weekend. Ash Wednesday is the 18th.
Because it's not going to be March this year. That's what it was.
All right then. Good job.
That's why I
Colby.
was thinking STDs were part of it.
Speaking
that
of, Joe says, aren't STDs the things they use to build tech in Warhammer?
Almost. I think that's one of the things they use.
Lord. So that was the. Do we have anything else for the stuff ahead that we need to mention?
I don't have anything except for the Blood Chili Bowl.
I feel like
Super
we need
Blood
to go
Chili.
back. There was the Warhammer team that came out, the new females. Did you want to say anything about that?
Oh, the female custodes models.
Yeah, I think something needs to be said about that because we didn't talk about that last week because we weren't on last week.
All right, so
Sorry.
I think it's not such a big deal here at our local store, but it is exploding all over online.
It always
And
seems to.
generically, I think it's had a better reaction than most people were expecting. So they did a bunch of new sculpts for one of the ultimate factions in Warhammer 40k. It's also usable in Warhammer 30k or Horse Heresy, however you want to call it. And that is the Custodes, which is the Emperor's personal super guard. They now have female models in it. It's been assumed by the vast majority, and I mean like 95% of Warhammer lore enthusiasts, because nobody pays nearly enough attention to Warhammer. There's so much to pay attention to know that Astartes, which is Space Marines, and Custodes, which is the Custodian Guard, are not the same thing, even though by all rights they essentially look the same. In the lore, they've never specifically ever said that Custodes have the exact same training and gene enhancements as Astartes. So now they've made some female ones. They have said over multiple editions that women are not able to survive the gene augmentation that is required of a Astartes Space Marine gene tailoring. That's just something in the female genome that is not does not work with it. They did produce a bunch of heads recently in an upgrade kit that had some potentially feminine soft shapes. They are backpedaling. That is what the globe of consumers believes, into saying that they're not women, that they, and everyone being bell curves being things, believes that they were trying to test the waters to see if people would accept women in Space Marine roles. But these Custodes have never had the exact same gene enhancement and training and selection, although by all rights they kind of have. So it's this kind of like, we never specifically said it. So there's some people who are feeling like they're being lawyered into accepting it, but also the vast majority of players at this stage that play 40k don't care.
Okay, good.
The vast majority of 40k players don't care. And the people, the grognards who are dedicated to older lore, which I don't really consider myself, although I'm a historian on that, that class of players seems to be dying off with every rules change that they do to 40k, as 40k moves into a tournament specific game and away from a narrative specific game, which is good for the hobby in a way. But specifically, there are people out there who are very upset that there are female custodian models. Now, probably the biggest, most valid annoyance that's out there is all of the previous models who are not female are really tiny and squat because they're the older models. Just like a lot of my Red Wolves are shorter and squat compared to the intercessors or the Primaris Marines.
Yeah,
and these
are
new
like 2
ladies,
centimeters taller nearly.
Yeah, these new lady Custodes are gigantic and more normalized looking, just like they look like big people as opposed to broad people. Instead of
I have a
wide
feeling
in
they
the
were
shoulders.
very concerned when they were making those models, that just because of the state of the world. I mean,
there's two things for me personally when it comes to this lore that I think everybody should recall. Is in the second wave of Space Marines, they produced female Space Marines. in metal models in the second wave of Space Marines ever. You could buy female warrior A and female warrior B. They actually were given names. Those specific sculpts were given names, and they're wearing Space Marine power armor and power packs that are different and are Astartes. They are not Sisters of Battle. They don't have all the fleur-de-lis and the gothic shapes. They are Space Marines, with one with a bolter and a power sword, and one with just a power sword. So they already kind of had them out there, and it was just the market at the time. They decided not to continue working in that way because dollars speak. People didn't want to buy them at that time.
It's strange, but okay.
Also, it's kind of like how we have to buy commander decks. We can't just buy commander deck A.
Yeah.
We have to buy a whole fleet, and that's how those metal models were sold to game stores. Is I had to buy, like we would have had to have bought this package of 100, and in that we would have had 5 of these Lady A and 5 of Lady B, and we'd just be left over with them because the public was, bell curves being things, not buying them, right? So there's always been a position for females to be and the lore that came out of it about how they couldn't take the gene enhancement, which my take is not PG-13 enough for me to say on this cast on why only men can do it, but specifically it just became like, well, what if we're going to stop making them, why do we have a reason? And they just should have never said anything in the first place, but they decided to say something to give people like, why don't you see women here? And it was just a misstep. But secondarily, if you want to reach into the lore old enough, everything in lore by the lore is all propaganda and is subject to be completely false at any given moment, which gives Games Workshop all of the retcon doors that they ever want to open if they ever want to change it. And it's true. And if you love Warhammer enough to get upset about female Astartes, you love it enough to realize that the reason you're upset is absolutely wrong, and you should just shut up and accept it. So it's like it's just weird that people get so butthurt about line A when they just refused line B that was there beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
it's essentially boiled down to people are reading stories and they're not happy with what the turn the story writer took.
Yeah, there's a
very dirty
group of it.
Marvel
Yeah.
can do it.
It's like it comes down to are you the one writing? No.
Yeah, eventually they're gonna just shut up about making Space Marine. I mean, they've already taken away Primaris versus Firstborn as keywords.
Yeah.
They're moving away from the Firstborn sculpts because they're squattier. They don't look as heroic, and compared to the Primaris Marines, honestly, they don't look as good. They have, those of us who love those old models have a nostalgia for them, and that's what we love. Not so much the sculpts. Now, there are a handful of sculpts. They're generally hero models or heroic tier models that have a lot more detail on them that were beautiful in the older Firstborn era of sculpts compared to the Primaris Intercessor sculpts now that are the basic dudes. However, a lot of those Primaris Marines that are at the same tier have the same amount of detail and are absolutely amazing sculptures. So all of that sits in that kind of wheelhouse, and has to be weighed appropriately. You got to weigh apples and apples, oranges and oranges, right? And when you just decide to pick and choose what it is, you lose a lot of credibility to talk to me about stuff.
Yeah,
right.
fair.
Cool. I think that needed to be said because there's been enough talk that it's a thing.
Yeah, it's
So-
still it's been like a week or something, and the internet, the social internet is still on fire about it.
Yeah.
But the vast majority is, my boys are short kings and these ladies are Amazons.
Time to evolve.
And it's more about that. And so as more, and not all of those custodies are female. There's a handful that are in that pack. One being the leader in that pack. So, like, as people's collections switch over, just like it was Firstborn Intercessor stuff, like, as people's collections migrate to the most of them out here are these tall boys, what the big complaint will just fade away.
You
Yeah.
can still play with your old models.
Yeah.
Yes.
The crazy thing is, because I remember when they had the female heads, or feminine heads, however you want to address them, for the Space Marines come out a few years back. I remember a friend of mine was complaining about it, who is just a big Warhammer fan, does not, former friend, mind you, does not play Warhammer. Well, I
Because
haven't.
of this.
It's okay.
No, it's not because of that, but it was like, does not play Warhammer, does not have minis, was complaining about feminine Space Marine figures, and I'm like, this doesn't even affect you.
I want to take a moment since
Anyway.
we've got a door open for a little socio-political commentary. There is a thing that I think most people that have a problem with this need to not even talk about, but self-address. If you were upset about female Space Marines, if you were upset about a lot of things when it comes to women, if you're a man and you have these upsetnesses, there is a personal thing floating inside you that you have been conditioned or taught. And all of us that have gone through puberty realized at some point in time, most of us, the vast majority of us probably, but most of us, I won't say all of us, bell curves being things, that women have a power over us because of stupid hormones that float around inside our organic computer brains. This conditioning can scar a bunch of us into believing that they have a power, and there's a billion ways that this can manifest itself. This trauma that is puberty does to us and messes up our society. And some people will want to change into that woman so they can have that power, and whatever. And some of us will rally all of the strength we can to fight the scar of puberty and oppress women in ways that we will totally, absolutely justify to ourselves. And it's ridiculous. So I don't think I've seen anybody ever bring up this topic on any platform in my entire life. And that's why, like, while we have a door open, I'm just going to roll this platform out here and discuss it. But I think a lot of our socio-economic, political issues that we have that are in that zone would probably benefit from having that self-assessment and discussion in public about that sort of stuff. Now, that's to say, if GW wants to make female Space Marines, they can. I'm still going to push plastic soldiers around the table and have a good time. And if you try to take that away from me, you can go away, or I will make you go away.
The pew-pews will get louder until you be quiet.
Yeah. So there we go. Sorry, that's my little soapbox. Thank you for allowing me to go way over on my soapbox.
Oh, that's all. A comment from Colby: as far as Ophelia knows, Roros will be there for second Saturday,
Cool.
not 100%.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But,
All right. I think that brings us around to through all of
Yes.
our future upcoming events.
yeah.
And so we get to the closing portion of our podcast for the day. And before we go too much further, and before we get into the formal wrap-ups, we are shifting to a bi-weekly schedule as we have been. However, we will be back next Friday because I'm going to be out of town the weekend to follow. So it's looking like we're going to shift. We'll have a podcast next Friday and then resume every other week from there.
We may need to find a way to fit Daniel in via like a pre-recorded message or something, since
Hi,
we'll be busy.
I'm Dan, and I approve this message.
Yeah, so we can still hear from Daniel and
Yeah.
get these things done.
But there's a chance I won't be.
That's true.
So we will see, and we will do the best we can. We appreciate all of our viewership. We appreciate you guys sharing it and tagging along with us. We really love hearing the comments as we go.
Yep.
That's one of our favoriteest things about moving to the live format. And
Having the interaction.
Pre-orders for merch should be done by today. That is my task for today, is to make sure that t-shirts, hoodies, and caps will be able for pre-order
not this kind of hat,
for
regular
Wulfpack
hat.
games.
Fair.
And I'm going to try to pull 2 games off of the shelf to put into the B.S. Schneider library this week.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I believe that brings up everything. We've got our next episode announcement covered. So that'll close our program for the day. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for watching, either live or after the fact. We will be back next Friday, January 30th, with our next episode before we resume our bi-weekly schedule. So until next time, everybody, keep rolling dice, shuffling cards, and have a fantastic week. And most importantly, stay safe this weekend.
Stay safe. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.